I'm Emily Sterling, and welcome to LUTV Sports Break. We will discuss interesting sports topics with our panel of sports reporters. Tampa Bay Buccaneers wide receiver Mike Evans sat during the national anthem Sunday before the game against the Bears in protest of the election of Donald Trump to president.
I don't want to, disrespect, the veterans or anything. The men and women that serve this country, I'm forever indebted to them. But, the things that's been going on in America lately, I'm not going to stand for that. When Ashton Kutcher, comes out and says we've been punked, then I'll stand again. But I won't stand anymore. It's not about the Republican Party or Democrat Party or anything like that. It's just who he is. And it's well documented, what he's done, and I'm not going to stand for something I don't believe in.
Days later, Evans released an apology for his protest. Should athletes use their celebrity status to push political issues?
I don't think so. I mean, yeah, they're big name people and they're in the public eye all the time. And whenever they do things like sitting down during the national anthem, I mean, it's disrespectful. Just flat out disrespectful. I mean, yeah, I understand you're expressing your freedom of speech. That's your right as an American citizen. That's fine. But I mean, come on. Why not find a more positive way to do it? You know what I'm saying?
A positive way to do it, but I mean, if they're individuals, they have a right to how they want to act. They only are getting paid by the organization. They are not owned by said organization. So I think if they wanted to sit down, it's not a distraction. As long as you're playing, you're putting the points up on the board, and you're a big time name, and you're doing what you need to do. I think honestly, I think society has made it to where it is a distraction to cover up from what the real issues are, and them having a platform to do that is like, you have to see it. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, like I would have to say that, I mean, being a professional athlete, you do have a big part because you are in the eye of especially the kids. I mean, they walk around wearing the LeBron James shoes, they chew on their mouth guard like Steph Curry, they flipping the bats like the baseball players. And I mean, I don't necessarily think they have to do stuff like take a sit during the national anthem, but they do need to spread like awareness to the youth that, hey, you need to go out and actually look at the people you're voting for rather than, hey, I'm LeBron James, I support Hillary Clinton, so I think you should support Hillary. I don't think they should do it like that. I think they should just bring awareness to like, hey, you need to go out and you need to actually see the people that you're voting for, listen to what their views are, listen to what they're trying to do for the country. So that's just what I think about it.
And I do think they do have a big part, because when Donald Trump did come out and say, Tom Brady contacted me and said he already voted for me, that blew up immediately. Everybody was like, Tom Brady, did you actually do this? Did you actually do this? And his wife actually got on Twitter and said, no, we never said we voted for Trump. That isn't true. And so stuff like that plays a big part in politics today.
Well, like Eddie said, I think it's important that as athletes, as role models to the younger audience, I think they need to let them know, don't just do what we do because it's us. You need to look at the issues. You need to learn what the issue. You need to learn why we're doing this, not just do it because we're doing it. And I think that's an important piece for role models. Or for athletes being role models.
But that argument that you just said right now just counters what you had said before. Because, like I was saying, if you are going to sit there and say Kaepernick sits down or whatever, and then you say that it's a distraction and it's wrong, but then you turn around and say that, I think having an individual statement and doing what you need to do to show that maybe these kids can start loving you and loving your views and start learning.
That's not what these players are doing.
So what do you think is a good balance, Cody, from not being a distraction to the team and everything, the game, and actually getting people to go out and trying to get the youth to go out and like vote and see what's going on?
Without contradicting yourself.
I think that it's important for athletes to have their own points of view. It's their freedom of speech. They can do what they want. That's fine from that standpoint. But don't just sit down during the national anthem. Don't just, don't just do one thing. You have to go out and say why you're doing this. You need to get out in the public eye and be like, look, I'm standing up for this because of this. And you need to find a way to promote that in a more positive fashion than doing something disrespectful. As
But didn't Cap do that? Didn't Cap do exactly that? And the media still ripped him a new one because he not only sat, he told you what he was sitting for, and then after he sat down and did all of that stuff, people still ripped him just because.
I mean, they ripped him because, I mean, I don't, like I said, I'm not familiar with like being in the Army. Nobody from my family ever has really been in the Army, but it's people who go and fight for our country who are real passionate about the flag. So, I mean, we have millions of Americans who are patriotic to the flag. So, I mean, if my mom or dad went and fought for someone in the country and died, and you actually have the freedom to be able to, talk and play football, and you took a kneel, I would be kind of hurt, honestly, just because my mom or dad went out there.
But at the same time,
it's kind of a soft spot for me.
But I have family in the military, and while they did say it does hurt them that they are kneeling, they'd rather them kneel than be out burning the flag. So
it's the right to actually sit or kneel. It's the right of freedom, the freedom of speech, the freedom of expression, and that is what they are protecting. And I think that society has taken it and made it to where it is this patriotism thing to where you have to stand up and you have to do this. But the thing is, though, we have the right to do what we want to do within the confines of not hurting another person, and we are not hurting another person by kneeling, and that's the problem.
No, but it does hurt. It does hurt. It gives off a negative vibe to fans of these players that they feel that these athletes are being disrespectful.
Then the emotions need to be checked. The emotions need to be checked.
Like I said, this is a topic we could discuss this every day. But like I said, I just want to say I do think that athletes should bring awareness to the youth. So
I think you're right, Eddie. Well, thank you, panel. And thank you for tuning into LUTV Sports Break. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter for more Lamar University sports. See you next time.